The football team suffers a huge loss to Montclair State.
And the women's ice hockey team continues their dominance.
And Benny Pinella sits down with the men's ice hockey team. Hello and welcome to another show of All Access. Chris Shonderl cannot be here with us tonight because he's in a candy coma. We got Pete Inurato here with us.
Maria, I'm excited to be here. It's a shame Chris can't take the reins today. But listen, let's get right away. Get started. Maria, tell us some stories. Eh?
The Rowan University's women's volleyball team defeated Widener University 3-2 on Friday night in its final home match of the regular season. Middle hitter Morgan Mendy had 17 kills, 9 digs, and 6 blocks for Rowan. Outside hitter Erica O'Hagan produced 16 kills and 12 digs. Setter Mary Grace Testa collected 38 assists, 6 kills, and 6 digs. In the fifth set, the score was tied 10 times. With it knotted at 10, the Profs reeled off 5 straight points to win the match. The set scores were 21-25, 25-18, 25-22, 22-25, and 15-10. The Profs are now 14-13 overall and are 6-2 in the NJAC, putting them as the second seed in the conference championship tournament.
The men's soccer team defeated conference rival New Jersey City University 3-1 on Saturday afternoon to improve to 10-8 on the season, including a 4-4 mark in the NJAC. Rowan has now won back-to-back games after suffering through a 4-game losing streak. Rowan led 2-0 after the first half on goals by back Shane Patterson and midfielder Vinny Ignatowicz. Christian Fountain added a score after the 63rd minute mark, blasting home a nifty pass from Steve Kim. Graham Cottrell was less than a minute away from a shutout, but the Mohammed Elliman had other plans, tipping in a free kick with 41 seconds to go to put the Gothic Knights on the board. But hey, no sense crying over spilled milk. A win is a win, right?
In a must-win game for a spot in the NJAC Conference Championship, the Rowan's men's soccer team was shut out 2-0 at conference rival, the College of New Jersey, thus eliminated from playoff contention with 12 conference points. Rowan needed a win on October 29th in its final game of the season to at least earn the 6th and final seed in the conference tournament. The team was blanked for the first time since October 8th and had been riding back-to-back wins coming into TCNJ. Midfielder Thomas Hogue gave the Lions an early advantage with a goal at the 20-28 mark. The Lions tacked on their second goal in the 31st minute off a header from midfielder Jason O'Donnell. With the loss, the Profs ended the season 4-5 in the conference and 10-9 overall, the identical record in 2013.
On Friday, October 24th, the Rowan's women's cross-country team traveled to Haverford College for the Haverford Invitational. Team scores were not counted in this meet. Junior Catherine Doherty was the first Prof runner to finish with a time of 18 minutes and 44 seconds. She came in 13th out of 94 runners and was named the NJAC Runner of the Week. Freshman Emily Acton and senior Catherine Nolan were 20th and 21st with times of 19 minutes and 12 seconds each, respectively. Acton was chosen an NJAC Rookie of the Week. Their next meet will be November 1st at Richard Stockton College for the NJAC Championship.
The men's swimming and diving team defeated Cabrini College 111-80. The Profs won 8 of 9 individual events. The Profs also won the 200 medley and the freestyle relays. The Rowan swim team travels to face Misericordia University on Saturday, November 1st at 1 p.m. The diving team competes in the Westchester University Invitational on Saturday, November 1st at 10 a.m.
The women's ice hockey team continues to have an incredible season as they would sweep Indiana University of Pennsylvania in a doubleheader on October 26th and 27th. In Game 1, the Profs would put 9 goals on the board. Captain Lauren Gedremas would score a goal in each period to earn herself a hat trick. Forward Jesselyn Wright led the Profs in points with 4. She had 2 goals and 2 assists on the night as well. Rowan goalie Samantha Mazzi faced 10 shots and stopped them all, getting her first shutout of the season. The final score would be 9-0.
Game 2 would be much of the same as Rowan would win 7-0. Lauren Gradrimas would lead the team in goals with goals again in 2. She would also have an assist to give her 3 points on the night. Defenseman Erin Calderon and forward Dana D'Angelo also had 3 points. Each player had 1 goal and 2 assists. In this 2-game series, the Profs' offense dominated, outscoring the Hawks 16-0. Rowan also outshot their opponents 102-15. The Profs are now 4-0 this season. Next up is a tough match against North Jersey Phoenix.
In a heated conference matchup, Rowan dropped a tough one at Montclair State on Saturday. The Profs had a chance to take control of the NJAC if they could top the Red Hawks, but it was not to be as Rowan fell 20-16. The teams were incredibly evenly matched throughout the game, which proved to be a defensive struggle as both teams combined for 16 punts. Montclair totaled 284 yards to Rowan's 275 and possessed the ball for just 20 seconds more. Montclair opened the scoring $1.25 into the second quarter as quarterback Gabe DeMasi hooked up with Aaron Williams for a 13-yard score that capped off a 5-play drive. Rowan responded with 2 scores in the final 7 minutes of the first half, heading into halftime with a 13-6 lead. After the break, Montclair came out with renewed energy, driving 80 yards down the field in 7 plays on their opening drive of the third quarter, knotting the score at 13-all. The Red Hawks later added the game winner on a 24-yard pass from DeMasi to Williams for a second time. After a field goal, Rowan forced Montclair to punt and had a chance to put together a game-winning drive with 53 seconds left, starting from their own 26. But they turned the ball over on downs. This loss drops the Profs to 3-1 in the NJAC and 4-3 overall. Rowan hosts South Virginia University this Saturday at 1 p.m.
Now it's time for a quick look into the world of pro sports with Cody Decker in this week's edition of Pro Talk.
Thanks, Maria. The San Francisco Giants won a highly contested series 4-3 against the Cinderella story Kansas City Royals with a 3-2 victory in Game 7 of the World Series. After a tie at 2 through 2 innings, Giants third baseman Michael Morse broke the tie with a line drive to left, scoring Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval had a perfect game at the plate, going 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. The most valuable player of the World Series was pitcher Madison Bumgarner, who pitched 5 shutout innings in Game 7, allowing 2 hits and striking out 4 Royals batters. For the series, Bumgarner pitched 21 innings in 2 starts and a relief appearance with an 0.49 ERA, allowing 9 hits and striking out 17. This is the 3rd World Series title in 5 years for San Francisco. Also this week in baseball, manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, Joe Maddon, opted out of his contract with the team after a disappointing 77-85 record in the 2014 season. According to sources, the Rays organization was in the process of extending Maddon's contract, which would have expired after the 2015 season. However, Maddon had no interest in staying with the team, in which he led 9 seasons, 4 playoff appearances, 2 AL East titles, and a World Series appearance. Early indications believe Maddon will become the manager of the Chicago Cubs, even though a contract has not yet been signed. With the baseball season coming to a close, the NBA season kicked off on Tuesday as the defending champion San Antonio Spurs hosted the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Duncan had a double-double with 14 points and 13 rebounds, and Tony Parker scored 23 points to lead the Spurs to a 101-100 victory. For the Mavericks, Monte Ellis scored 26 points and Dirk Nowitzki scored 18. The Spurs will look for their second win in Phoenix when they take on the Suns. And finally, to the NFL, where the halfway point of the season is upon us, and important games will be played this weekend. However, no game is as big of a headline with another chapter of Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. The AFC East leading New England Patriots will host the AFC West leading Denver Broncos in a rematch of the 2013 AFC Championship game and maybe a playoff preview for the upcoming season. Tom Brady leads the rivalry 10-5 over Manning, but has lost 4 of 6 starts against the Broncos in his career. In a game with a lot of meaning at the halfway mark, this should be another classic bout between 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league and quite possibly of all time. Round 16 of the matchup begins with a 4:25 kickoff on Sunday. And that is the big stories going on in the world of sports. When we come back, Pete and Maria will have more highlights and updates, and Betty Pinella sits down with members of the men's ice hockey team. Stick around for more All Access.